Fight man in boxing, led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out. All right, let's talk a little bit about Lomachenko. He did an interview with Queen LA. I linked the interview in the description, but it was two of them. I was really focused on the first one. Mark Pinkerton sent me. Shout out to him. But hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. A lot of times if y'all send me something and I don't comment back, I probably already watched it. You would probably know I did a video on it. But yeah, later on, I probably, in last video tonight, probably dropped Wonder Woman 1994 movie review. But yeah, basically he said he want to fight Tank next. Spoke on sparring Ryan Garcia. He really didn't speak on a lot Devin Haney. But one of the interesting things in the other video I said he talked about was T.O. Power. But the one thing I took that was interesting that he said about Teofimo Lopez, and he gave us Luke Campbell. Yes, Luke Campbell. Ooh, so horny. Yeah, my favorite Two Live Crew song. Especially when I want somebody to go home. Get the out my house. You come in my house now. Talking all that. Yeah, that's my song. When I'm ready for somebody to go home, we having a kick back and get together, I play that song. If you get mad at me though, but that's my song. But yeah, let's talk a little bit about what he said about T.O. About his future. He said T.O. shouldn't go up to 140. He said he won't beat none of the champions. He said I basically Josh Taylor and Jose Ramirez to give him the beats by Dre, and that he'd be basically, I'm paraphrasing, putting words in his mouth. He said it'd be stupid for him to go up to 140, all the names and all the money at 135 pounds. And I agree. It's a risk that's not worth taking. Ramirez might be a money maker for Teofimo Lopez, but really you can fight Ryan Garcia and get it. You can fight Tank and get it. You know, but some people might say, well, it's more hoes in Jose Ramirez game than those guys. And, you know, I wouldn't say so. It's hoes that you see in Ramirez game and maybe Josh Taylor game because he's fought other fighters that's a little bit higher than what T.O. and other guys fought. And you probably see some more come out when he fight Josh Taylor, but he fight guys. And, you know, I wouldn't move up and fight no fucking Ramirez if I'm Teofimo Lopez. Because one thing about Ramirez, he could take a shot, and he got way more stamina than Teofimo Lopez. And if Lopez power don't translate expeditiously in my T.I. voice, he gonna get beat up. But yeah, he said just right now, T.O. shouldn't jump up. You know, maybe down the road, he said, yeah, and I agree, you going up there. And if you can fight for Undisputed, you can't knock a brother for taking the risk. He taking the risk. But I agree with Lomachenko. Like, going up there is pretty much, it's a hell of a reward, you know. But, you know, also you got to pay the advocate that was advocates against Lomachenko. Also, you got to pay attention to, too, he move up. Devin Haney got to move up. He young, Ryan Garcia. So he move up. He can be the man and get more money. He can get just as much money at 35. But get the money. Because outside of Ramirez and Josh Taylor, Reach is going to move up. Him and Mario Barros going to do it. It's a couple of threats, but it ain't really no huge threat once you get past them. Zepeda's probably a guy he got to fight. Catterall, a guy that he got to fight. But he ain't got the the low-risk fights up there. You got really high-reward, low-risk fight because you're going to be the money getter. But I see what Lomachenko's saying. And, you know, he probably more right than wrong, you know. And he spoke on T.O. Power, and he said he a strong man, but he don't have that one knockout punch power. And my whole thing about it is, if he didn't have power, then why did you fight like a bitch? Straight up and down. And I ain't seen Lomachenko talk this much and for never. You know, so if he ain't no really puncher, and he gave him credit, he a strong fighter, then, you know, why did you take so long to go to really start to go? And my whole thing with that is, if he wasn't no threat to knock you out, then close the gap. Start beating his ass earlier, and not just think he wanted to take the air out of T.O. Tire. So the punch that was there in the first quarter of the fight won't be there in the last quarter. And, you know, sour grapes. You should have put a rematch clause in. You didn't. You got 3 belts. You know what I'm saying? He only had to get 1. So it was his mistake. He can cry. You know, cry for me in my Jodeci voice, you know, but really you got options, you know. If T.O. want to go up to 40, that's his wish, you know, whatever you want to do. But I heard he looking for it from a different source other than this interview. I heard he looking for a monumental, colossal fight. And they out there. Well, he didn't speak much on Devin Haney, but you know, obviously it's going to be more about T.O. and what T.O. didn't do, what he did do. He said, Robert Garcia, and rest in peace to him and Mikey's mother. She did pass away. I seen that from James Domingo on Kelly Pavlik page. So you don't never want to lose your mother. I know that's tough on Mikey, tough on Robert and their whole family. So my condolences go out to the Garcia family, man, and his father, Big G, who's a really integral part in really honing a lot of these fighters. Robert the showman, but Big G really put in the work just as much as Robert do. So my condolences go out there. But he talked about trying to see. Yeah, he said Robert Garcia said that the fight was 6-6. But I had him on losing the first 7 to 8 rounds, possibly. And, you know, people got mad because I said that I thought Loma lost it more than T.O. won it. But it don't matter how you win it. BoxRec ain't going to remember how you won it. That's just my opinion. A lot of people say you won't get T.O. credit. Look up to the lead up to that fight. I said if T.O. beat Lomachenko in the fashion that he was talking about knockout, I was saying that, you know, he would be pound for pound number 1. So I was giving the kid credit just for taking the fight, but my opinion is my opinion. A lot of people, they don't like your opinion. They want to unsubscribe, don't want to listen to you no more. But that's just my one opinion. Now, are there some deal breakers about opinions? If somebody's a devil worshiper or whatever, you got your deal breaker. Some people deal breaker when you date maybe they don't believe in the religion you believe in. You know, I can respect that, but we're talking about boxing. And a lot of times it's just showmanship and people take this shit to heart. Like we talking about their friends, their family members. But, you know, most of the time I don't think nobody watch my channel. I speak from a comfort level. I don't think none of these fighters are professional. People watch my channel. You know what I'm saying? Some people come up to me, oh, but I don't really put much stock into it. But it is going to be some changes. Like I told y'all guys earlier, it might be a huge % chance I want to put it that the boxing clinic is coming back. So look out for that. But I mean, he said he talked about Ryan Garcia too. I'm about to forget about that. Before I got the tank, he said he sparred Ryan Garcia, and Ryan went around saying that, you know, I guess he was competitive in the sparring. And basically, he said that he put them hands, feet, and paws and toes on Ryan Garcia. He said Ryan Garcia was getting beat, but he did give him a compliment. He said he's a sharp, fast fighter, and his best shot is a left hook. But he said in the sparring, he got the tape. He said if he wanted to hype it up, he could show the sparring tape, and that's what you got to do. A lot of these dudes like Lomachenko, Usyk, Terrence Crawford, they don't want to stoop to that level to bring the pussy out or the bitch out of some of these fighters. You know, they want to play even kill, but sometimes, you know, you got to let them know, dog. Like GC say, sometimes you got to let them know. Sometimes you got to get a little bit ignorant. You got to get disrespectful in my Blueface voice. And a lot of these people don't want to get disrespectful, but hey, it's about feeding your kids. It's about your legacy. You only get one boxing legacy. So I be getting disrespectful with their ass. You feel me? But yeah, I be getting definitely disrespectful. But that's just my opinion on it. Everybody had a personal view. I'll show the tape just to get the fight with Ryan Garcia. But we already know when Ryan was popping that shit, he ain't beat on no Loma. A lot of brothers may feel some way about Loma, but it ain't a direct. You gotta understand, when I made a video, like I think it was this year, last year, saying that the media and the fans can make you not like a fighter. Ask any of the brothers, you know, other than him cutting Adonis Stevenson face off the belt, and Stevenson could have been fighting for his life. Why don't you like Lomachenko? Oh, it's because he got a fast opportunity at a title. That's not his fault. He gave his signing bonus back for that to happen. You know, Lomachenko ain't really did nothing, but, you know, he did a couple things, the Rigondeaux thing and not, you know, coming down, but, you know, he ain't really did nothing where you don't like him in the ring. Everybody acknowledged that he can box and he can get down and fight, but it's really the media hype machine behind him, ESPN Top Rank hyping him, that you don't like him. But, you know, to be honest, you know, I would show the tape. You know, I'd be like Chauncey, take it to the police department. I'll show the tape and really expose Ryan Garcia. But if he do it now, it's like he clout chasing. But at this point, Loma can use the clout. But, you know, he talked about Luke Campbell and Ryan Garcia fighting and getting down. He basically said that he picking Luke Campbell, but he don't know where Luke Campbell physically is at after the COVID, saying that it's a respiratory, you know, virus, and it mess with your lungs and this, that, and the third. And basically he said if Luke is Luke, that he gonna beat Ryan Garcia, that the guys that Ryan Garcia been fighting has been tailor-made to sit there and get hit by that hook. He said Luke Campbell was on another level and good enough, I'm paraphrasing, to take away that hook, and he expects him to beat Ryan Garcia. And he acknowledged Ryan Garcia's speed, sharp, and his left hook, but he basically said, ooh, so horny, ooh, ooh, so
he basically said, get out my house. He's going to win if the COVID didn't affect him too much. And, I could definitely see it. I said my prediction video, I put it in the cards and the end screen. And what I said was, I thought it would be a controversial split decision, But then again, we'll see. It would be a 2020 thing going to 2021 Saturday that Luke Campbell knocked Ryan Garcia out. But, it's an interesting fight. He said he picked Luke Campbell, but, he kept his options open about Ryan. He said it's hard to tell the difference between Ryan Haney and Teofimo. Ryan Haney, it got to be a Tank because he hadn't fought him. And he says that if he was to want to fight one of them, because he asked him to rank them, he said if he wanted to fight one of them, it'd probably be Devin Haney. He said that's the one he wanted to go. Gervonta Davis is the one that he wants to go after, and that's the guy he wants to fight. He said Tank is a good puncher. He talked about he's seen the highlights of the Leo fight, and he said that Leo's a 26-pounder, and that he want that fight. But we know if they didn't want that fight when Lomachenko was ranked highly by a lot of publications on the pound for pound list, then Mayweather ain't making that fight. They basically matchmaking Tank because of his immaturity outside the ring and his not having the mantra of TMT, hard work and dedication. If Tank worked hard, he'd be a beast. But Mayweather was worried when Tank was fighting Leo, when Leo was getting in that ass like a wedgie. But, he said he acknowledged that the fight won't happen and the fight couldn't happen right away and there's some promotional barriers. But he wants that fight. And if I'm Tank, why not? If he was scared of TO power, Tank is a good southpaw. He said he want to fight Tank because he loved to fight southpaws. So he a southpaw, but that's a fight never happened. Les Lomachenko was to the point where he had a cult fan following, a commercial cult fan following, telling people to make the Tank fight happen. The Lomachenko and Tank fight, it ain't gonna happen. Mayweather ain't gonna do that. Mayweather wouldn't put his trunks and gloves on to fight Lomachenko at this point. He said he don't fight professional fighters no more. I'm getting disrespectful. But hey, have I ever seen a scarier fighter than Floyd? Let me know in the comment section. But hey, let me know what you guys think. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, or video request. All my social media links in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Also, make a donation. Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Don't forget, check out my boy. He's the owner of Health Blaze. My boy. His new channel, Red Pill Diaries. I'll put that link in the description. You can check it out. I have a drop ready tomorrow so you guys can see it. But hey, appreciate the love, support. Appreciate for sharing the videos. Best way to donate, share the video, hit that subscribe and bell icon button. We gone.
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.